This is from Sports Illustrated. Three Browns facing make-or-break seasons in 2024. Number one, they say Jerry Jeudy has been rather a significant disappointment thus far. Failed to crack 1,000 yards in any of his first four seasons, topping out 972 in 2022. Or in 2022. Number two, Greg Newsome. Essentially, Newsome is playing for his future with the Browns if he ends up having an off year in 2024. Browns could very well jettison him and avoid paying his fifth-year option in 2025, which would run the club $13.4 million. Number three, Deshaun Watson, 28-year-old, was brilliant in 2020, leading the NFL with over 4,800 yards, 33 touchdowns, 7 picks. Does Watson still have it in him? I don't know that any of them are facing make-or-break seasons, Jacob. The Browns are tied to Jerry Jeudy. They trusted his evaluation. They gave him he's going to get more time. You can't find cornerbacks that play man coverage. They don't grow on trees. Greg Newsome's pretty good at. You need to do that in Jim Schwartz's defense. And Deshaun Watson, I think they want to see what they get with this remade offense.
I would say that grouping these three people together, I think would be better put as three players they need to step up. Like, I don't think it's necessarily make or break, kind of like you said, but like these are three guys they need to be able to lean on this year. With Jerry Jeudy, they're putting him a lot of importance on his role. They showed us that by the contract they gave him. You're talking about a situation where Amari Cooper, there was some help behind Amari Cooper last year in the wide receiver room. Of course, there was David Njoku, but especially when Amari got hurt at the end of the year, they just didn't really have anybody that was go-to that wasn't Amari Cooper in those big moments, those big situations. So I think they've got lofty expectations for Jerry Jeudy, not just this year, but in the future. That's why they signed him to that contract. So I think it's fair to say, they need him to step up. If the Browns are going to go to the next level, they need more production in that wide receiver room. And I think that starts with Jerry Jeudy because he's the big dog that you brought in. He's the big guy, the big gun that you brought in and said, hey, we brought in Elijah Moore. He did some things that were nice, but maybe as a number three, he'll be better. So yeah, I think step up is probably a better word for this group. And you go to Greg Newsome, and Newsome is in such a weird spot because I think that Martin Emerson and Denzel Ward are the best two corners on this team. I don't know if you can pay three. Now, Greg Newsome's under contract this year and next year. This could be make or break in the sense that he forces the Browns' hand because he's so good this year. Because they may end up having to try to pay him, or they may be forced to trade him, not because of bad play, but because he goes out there and he just shows you, yeah, I'm that guy. I mean, my co-host Casey Kinnaman always says he believes Newsome's one of the best, if not the best, slot corner in the NFL, and they could force their hand to make a decision right away. Like, do we sign him? We try to, are we going to pay a slot corner $15 million a year? I mean, that's going to be a really fascinating thing to follow. And then, yeah, when they talk about these lists, Deshaun Watson's kind of the low hanging fruit on any of these lists because we're going into year three and they just don't have any answers. But when I think make or break, I think if this guy plays bad, he's off the team. I'm not sure that's going to happen with Watson because of the contract. So the make or break tag seems a little weird. But all of these players stepping up is what the Browns need to make a Super Bowl run. So if that's what you mean by make or break, then I can get behind it.
Yeah, I'm with you. If those three guys step up and raise their game a level or two, we're gonna have a fun football season. They're gonna go deep in the playoffs. I agree with you wholeheartedly.